You're watching Russia Today, 24-hour news live from Moscow. Here are top stories this hour. Death by hanging. Former dictator Saddam Hussein found guilty of crimes against humanity by Iraq's High Tribunal. His brother's also been sentenced to hang, and 6 other co-defendants have been given sentences ranging from life imprisonment to death. Violent clashes have broken out in Baghdad. Saddam Hussein's been sentenced to death by hanging. Iraq's High Tribunal found the country's former president and dictator guilty of crimes against humanity for the killing of 148 people in the city of Dizhel in 1982.
Nina Warhurst now reports on the importance of nuclear capabilities in international politics.
A single nuclear weapon is capable of destroying an entire city. Used only twice in the history of warfare on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the devastation and fallout heralded a new era in global politics. Parties, including the pension fund, insist they're fully cooperating with the investigation, and a representative from Lanit says the company sold the computers at market prices. But this investigation doesn't stand alone. Ministry officials are keen to stress that it's the latest in a series of investigations aimed at cracking down on corruption across the Russian Federation. Nina Warhurst, Russia Today, Moscow.
As Nina Warhurst reports, many of them are still struggling to find a place to settle.
Pakistan's worst recorded natural disaster hit at just before 9 in the morning. Most children were at school and many adults were resting following their pre-dawn Ramadan meal. Tens of thousands died immediately, and thousands more trapped in buildings or injured and unreachable by medical teams died over the following days and weeks. 1 year on, and the struggle to rebuild communities in the Himalayan region has barely begun. An Egyptian mummy from 950 BC is to be sold at an upcoming Christie's auction. The mummy was brought to the United States over 100 years ago by a man who bought it while on holiday. It's said to be particularly well preserved and is a special find for the art world. It'll go on display to the public in early December before being auctioned off. Experts believe it could be sold for as much as $1.5 million. We're expecting snow overnight here in Moscow, but let's now take a look at the weather where you are.